third, fourth, and fifth grade leaders. We're preparing for June 9th in our summer series called Summer 2019. Isn't that creative? Actually, we made summer a longer series for a couple reasons, to simplify for our leadership teams, but also to get some continuity in the stories that we're teaching with kids this summer. This summer, we're going to get the chance to walk through the time period of the Judges. And as we walk through that time period, we're going to see God's promises to Hannah and to Samuel, and moving on into his promises to David, and how God continued to provide for the needs and the wants of Israel, even though sometimes they didn't know what they needed or they wanted or what they were asking for. Our lesson this week is Samuel and Hannah, looking at the book of 1 Samuel, chapters 1, 2, and 3. Before you get to that, your social activity will be in a blue bucket. I only brought the green bucket with me, but it's the exact same activity. In the bucket, you're going to have a bag full of cups and papers, and a paper that looks like this. This paper is your scorekeeping card, and then your bag has 2 sets of cups. 2 sets of 5 cups. So you're going to break your small group into 2 different teams and give each team 5 cups, and they'll get 4 pieces of paper. And what the kids are going to do in this minute-to-win-it game, each person on the team is going to get the chance to do this, and the others can cheer for them or give them pointers while they are doing it. And so the team with the most points at the end of the game are the winners of the game. And there are suggestions in your leader guides of how to give points. If you want to make up ways to give points, be my guest to do that. If you play games at my house, everybody always makes up rules of how we keep points. So it won't be any different than playing games at my house, at least. And what the kids are going to do is take all 5 cups, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stack up to 5 cups right here, but they're going to keep stacking their cups with a piece of paper in between. I don't know that you can see that piece of paper, but there is a piece of paper right here. And the kids are going to try to yank, once you're ready to start the timer, try to yank the paper out without the cups falling over. All right, and so I've tried this a bunch of times. I have not perfected this yet, but what I understand is if you flick the paper, it's supposed to work much better. So let's see how this goes. See, I didn't get it. So if my cup falls off, that doesn't count. The cups that don't fall off and they just stack, you get a point for every cup that you stack in your minute. See, I still didn't get it. So it should stack like that if you can figure out how to do that. So it could be a little challenging game for our kiddos. And they had the chance to earn points for their team. And if you want to bring prizes or you need some help providing prizes, please let me know. I'm sure we have candy or stickers or some other kind of fun thing that we can give to you to use as a prize for your kiddos if you would like it. They also don't have to have a prize. Many of them like just the bragging rights. And especially if they come every week and their team continues to be the one that dominates in these minute-to-win-it games. Each week you'll have a different game, and so have fun with that. Our social activities are meant to build that relationship with kiddos. As they come in and there's something engaging and fun to be a part of, most of the kids want to come in and have a way to interact with you and with the rest of the kids in the small group. So I encourage you to get there as early as you can so you can participate in that activity with your kids. They enjoy the social activity sometimes more than everything else, but I know that everything we do with the kids is helping build a relationship that's helping them learn to be a disciple. All right, our large group is Samuel and Hannah. Hannah is Samuel's mom, and she prays and prays and prays for a kid. Then she returns, when she has the baby, she takes the baby to Eli in the temple courts, and Eli raises Samuel. And so it'll be a fun story to work through with our kids today. There's a couple points to get out of this story. One is Hannah's faithfulness to continue to pray, even though she didn't feel like she was getting her answer. And then the other one is learning to listen and to hear God and to figure out what God might sound like. So I encourage you, as you are working through your small group activity with your kids, to use some personal stories of some ways that you have seen God move through prayer and answer prayers. Your small group activity, each kid is going to get an orange sheet of paper like this, and they're going to cut along the dotted lines each card out. And then I think you can see it right there. See, there's holes. You'll use the hole punch to punch holes in it for them, or they can use the hole punch to punch holes in it. And then they're going to take these rings, and each kid is going to get one ring, and they're going to put the ring through all of their holes so that when they go home, they have a way to continue to pray and to maybe some new things that they haven't thought about to pray about. So I encourage you, as they're working on that, to look at those papers and find some things that you think might be interesting to hear how kids would pray for those things when they get home. Then your memory verse activity, you will have a puzzle every week for kids to complete. And your memory verse, if you need it for the very first few weeks, is here, or it's also up on the wall, so they can use the big one up on the wall. But your memory verse activity, the kids are going to find the words, and once they find the word, they're going to fill in the blanks. Or they can do it vice versa. They can fill in all of the blanks and then go find the words in the word search and take that home with them. I'm just trying to give them something fun and different to do every week. Every week there's a new puzzle. It's the same kind of puzzle, but each puzzle is completely different. And the words that they have to find each time are completely different. Then you will pray and dismiss your kids and send them home when their families are ready to come pick them up. Thank you for leading this summer. Thank you for building relationships with kids. We have seen exponential growth this last year in kids, probably up 40 or 50 kids every week. We expect in the next month or so to be close to 300 kids per weekend, and you are a big portion of that. You are a big portion of why we can grow like that, because you are here consistently building relationships with kids. Also, if you have friends who are trying to figure out what they're ready to do within the church, invite them to come check it out with you and see what we do in children's ministry, and maybe they can be our next small group leaders to help us continue build relationships that build disciples. Feel free to reach out to me at any time if you have any questions. I'll talk to you guys soon.